Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If you want to see how I made this pick and drop from where I started to what I arrive at, don't go away. I'll be giving you all the tips you need to know on how I started and now I arrive at what we are looking at now. Yes, I started and it got done to me that I promised at the beginning of my channel in my introduction video that I'll be showing my manual skills in my channel. Then I quickly grabbed my camera and I started filming. What you see me doing now is attaching the expression to my natural hair. I'm just trying to cross it until I get to the length of my natural hair, and I'll tie so it doesn't get loosey as I continue with the rest of the braid. So what I do, I keep crossing it over until I get to the tip patiently. Then as I get to the tip, I just try to knot it, tie it tight enough for it not to lose. That's how it is. So now let's talk about the expression I used. I used the normal expression, the normal one, the long normal expression. Then I try to drag out the tip so the tip gets to look a bit better, like not just getting too bulky at the tip. That's what I did. I dragged out that one. Then after doing that, I moisturize my scalp with my natural product. I use natural product for my natural hair. I use coconut oil, 100% coconut oil, and 100% olive oil, like they wrote in the hair. 100% olive oil. I mix the both together, moisturize my scalp to make it look moisturized throughout the period I'm going to be wearing this hair. Then I pat my natural hair, get gel, attach and then just attach it to my natural hair. Then I keep crossing it, doing it as fast as I can, keep crossing it until I get to the length of my natural hair. Then as usual, you have to tie it so it doesn't lose it as you continue with the rest of the braid. In most cases, you don't expect to get the back of the hair looking right the way the front is going to be looking, because you don't see the back the way you see the front. So what you do during braiding is do the best that you can to braid the back the way you can. Try to make it look neat as possible. Try to make it look neat. Then attach the hair very firm to the scalp, just attaching it after brushing it out. During attaching the hair, fixing it, making it as tight as you can so it doesn't look too fluffy. Then you just crisscross it. I don't know if I should use that word. Cross it over and over and over and over until you get to the tip. But now before you attach the extension to your hair, what you do is parting the extension into two. Just cut the strands you're going to be using, part it into two. Then make sure after parting it into two, you take from one part of the hair to the other side, making a part of it look a bit more than the other part. Then you cross it. You use it to cross the other one. And you make sure the part you're crossing, it's going to be looking like one part of the other one, so it doesn't look like the braid is not uniform. By so doing, you part your hair, brush it out, attach it, parting the strands into three, the strand of your hair into three to fit into the three strand of the extension you're going to be attaching to your hair. Then just keep crossing after making sure that the tip is okay, not fluffy, a bit tight, not your discomfort but to your comfort. Don't forget, it's always going to be a 3-stranded braid. So you always divide both the extension you're going to be attaching, same way with the hair you're going to be adding it to, so they both look uniform. Then you braid. You just keep doing same thing over and over again, patting it, brushing it out, attaching, joining the attachment, doing it. When you get tired, of course, you rest your hand and continue again. Continue, keep doing it, focusing on what you're doing, thinking of how it's going to end up and the success is going to bring forth. Then you don't get tired, you just keep doing it. Before you know it, definitely you start getting to the middle. You get to the middle, you proceed to the front of the head. You find out what you're doing is making up, bringing out good fruits, like I call it. Then it gives you strength to continue braiding, patting the hair, brushing it out, adding the extension, just crisscrossing it, crossing it over and over and over and over. The back is not as easy as the front because you don't see it. But what you do, just focus, put your mind there. So you're patting the hair, you don't even know how it is going. But at the end, you find out the scalp is looking neat. You're just doing it, you're using your hand to make sure as you braid, you don't leave some hair behind. As you braid the hair, you don't leave some part behind, because if you leave some part behind, you may not even know if the part is there, then braiding others and leaving some strands of hair behind. So what you do, you just keep going, making sure using your hand to follow up so you don't leave some strand behind. It might not look very professional as you see it, because I've never gone to any salon or anywhere to go learn how to braid. I have learned looking each time I go to braid my hair outside. When I was younger, that was when I was still in Africa. I want to use this medium to tell our African girls, African sisters, that you should try do something for yourself. Try to learn some manual skills, because you never can tell where you'll be going to spend your life, where you'll be going to marry, where you'll be relocating to as soon as you get married, because you may be traveling to places where you don't find salons like you find in Africa. In the city where I live in Valencia, Spain, there is no Africa salon. So with my hair like this, if I can make it myself sometimes, all the sisters that usually help me to make my hair when they are available, if they are not around, I'll have to carry my hair just the way it is, or I'll have the option of going to any nearby salon, the Spanish salon, to go have my hair stretched. And I don't like my hair getting stretched all the time, because it kills the natural nature of my hair. Now, as we can see, I'm heading forward, getting to the front of the hair, where I'll have to decide how I want it. If I want it boss braid, if I just want it normally, if I want a center part, if I wanted the side part, any part I want it, getting to the stage where I have to take precaution so it looks nice. Because at the back, you may not have to take too much time trying to make it look neat or trying to make it look very well, because you don't see the back. So the front, where you can see while looking at the mirror, you just take your time, do it in a way that it will appear good, it will appear nice. The ones at the front, we have to cover the ones at the back or the ones at the middle so it looks outstanding. Do not forget, if you want your hair to look the same with the extension, the attachment you're going to be attaching to your hair, what you do is go into the shop to buy the hair and using the extension to match with the color of your hair. Sometimes some color 4 may look like my hair, sometimes it's color 2, but this particular hair I'm doing right now is color 2. I bought the color 2 type, so it matches exactly with my hair, that you may not necessarily know the difference between the attachment and my natural hair. It makes it better when it's getting like 2 weeks or thereabout. Even if the hair is about sticking out already, it may not look too different, because you're using the same color of your hair. Now, as you go further and further and further, it gets better. You see the mirror clearly. You just find yourself doing it, especially when you're making good progress. You have the more strength to continue as you get to the front, where you concentrate and do the finishing work as best as you can. Again, if you think there is a need for you to oil more, there's a need for you to apply any lubricant, for it to be easier for you to braid, for it to be easier for you to just twist over or put in between steps, then you can oil your hair. But the best thing for you to note is what is good for your hair and what's best for your hair, so you don't get to make your hair and something else is happening down the scalp. Getting to the front, this is when you have to decide what you really want the hair to look like. Do you want a side pad? Do you want a buzz braid? You can start buzz braid from the beginning, but knowing that I'm not very good at it, I'm just trying to do something to make myself look better. I just do what I can do at the back of the hair, and at the time I get to the front, I line it the way I want. If I want to make the front buzz braid, I make it buzz braid. I'll just continue doing the best that I can do, attaching the extension to my hair and just crossing it over and over, trying to braid it to the tip, and after braiding it to where I think the length of my hair reaches, I'll just tie it, take it to the back, start with another one, and keep going. As I keep doing it, I keep resting when I think my hands are tired, and start continue again when I feel it is good or I feel better to continue. It's not what you just do and do and do. Even when you're tired, you keep doing. You have to rest when you want to rest, then continue when you need to continue, because you're doing it for yourself and there shouldn't be any pressure. When you're tired, you rest, you start again. Do it to the best you can. No hurry, no stress, no pressure. Well, note that before you get to the front, if you have the time, at the time you're resting your hands, try to do as much extension on the ground. Try to arrange them. If you need to stretch the tips out, stretch them out. Just arrange them at the side there, so when you're picking it to braid your hair, it gets faster after you have rested. You have to do the finishing work very well. At this time, you may have taken some few minutes rest. Then when you're doing the front, you concentrate, you look at the mirror, you make sure the braids are smooth, you make sure you're twisting it neatly, because these are the ones at the front. They have to appear as nice as you can ever make it.
On the beat, being tracked.
Purchase your tracks today.
Now it has gotten to the last line. I'm getting more comfortable, seeing the work of my hand coming out very well, so it makes me feel calm, and I'm doing it slowly, so slowly, trying to show you how I cross my hands, cross it, just cross it and keep braiding until I get to the tip. You see how I do it. Now making sure the braids are looking neat, smooth, trying to make sure I fix my hair, put my hair in the attachment so it looks neat. The hair is not sticking out or getting so obvious for people to see that the length of my hair is quite different from the length of the attachment. When you try to pull it, fix it inside the attachment very well, thereby using your hand to smoothing the hair into the attachment, it will come out better, it will come out neater, and you like the end product at the time you finish making it.
Purchase your tracks today.
Now I'm taking it just slowly because I wanted to see the way I'm going to attach the attachment to my hair and cross my fingers, because this is just right at the front. This is the place that's kind of look a bit complex, a bit difficult, but then you have to just, it's not difficult, you know, it's not difficult. You have to just pull the attachment in there, tighten it to the scalp, then put your hands across one after the other, keep crossing it and braiding it, keep crossing it and braiding it. Try to twist your hair in the attachment so it looks nice and not sticking out. Now we are done, and we're going to be going straight into putting the coil. You see, we're already plating. Just get a thread, just thread, ordinary thread. You can use any thread you want at all, any thread at all, provided you double it so it doesn't cut. Just do it the way I'm doing it now. I think it's best, or rather self-explanatory. Just, you know, put the thread, tie the first one very well and make it some gaps, I mean, as you put one thread, you'll leave a little gap, then put another thread. Take note, it doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't have to be tight. So if you want to drag it in for the coil to appear, it won't be difficult for you to drag, just what I'm doing now. You see, very easy, very easy. This is the easiest part of the hair, very easy. You just take the thread, tie the first place you're going to do very well so that it doesn't get loosened. Then as you put in thread, you leave gap, put thread, you leave gap. You see, it has arrived at this, very easy. At this time, you boil your hot water, very hot water, and be very careful when putting the hair inside the water. Try to use a very big towel, and if possible, if the cup you use it doesn't have where you can hold it, try to use another big towel to hold the cup, because this water is hot. You don't have to get yourself burnt. You don't have to do to yourself what you start regretting. Why did I do this to myself? So what you do is stay focused. Think, let your mind be at a place where you're doing it. Deep heat well and get a towel to dry them up. Now we are almost getting to the high point of this adaptation. Now I'm loosening the rope, the thread of the hair, just applying the gel to my hair to kind of make the finishing work look very good. Yeah, as you can see, this is the finishing work of the pick and drop with outstanding coils. This is the back side of the hair, and I'm gonna be turning to show you how the back of the hair looks like. How I started, it wasn't that good, but at the end it turned out very well. Let me know what you think about this hair in the comment section. Please tell me over there, what do you think? especially the back. What do you think about the back of this hair? Is it okay? Is it good? Does it, is it your taste? Does it look good as a self-made pick and drop with coils? Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please do follow, subscribe. I won't forget to tell you thank you. I really appreciate you watching to this time. I really appreciate you staying with me from the time you started watching till now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you always coming back to my channel. This is what I do for myself. This is one of my manual skills, and it feels good doing it for myself and saving the money I would have been using to do it out there, since I can do it for myself. It is an addition and not a minus. Thank you so much. I'll see you definitely in my next video. Bye.